Alright guys, Friday, October the 18th, got some more red oak on the sawmill today. This timber's 11 feet long. This belongs to the farmer, so we'll be doing halves on it. Probably cut it into 1x6s. I still need some siding for the kiln. I really need to get that done sometime this fall before winter sets in. I got 2 sides left to put siding on the kiln. And the rest of it will go to him for his barn. And this is a pretty nasty log. It's been on the ground 2 to 3 years. Not a lot of bark on it right here. A lot of stuff growing on top of it. Looks like a lot of mushrooms actually. So who knows what's going to be underneath it, but it should be okay. That other oak that we sawed up in the previous video was just fine. And these have all been on the ground the same amount of time, so we should be okay. The diameter is a little bit smaller, so the sapwood might be a little punky. But this red oak is low grade. It's got a lot of knots on it, tons of defects, cat faces on the side. Everywhere you look on there, there's a knot coming out. So this was probably the second or third cut out of this tree, without a doubt. The bark is off of it. Most of the bigger sawmills would probably throw this in the pulpwood pile. They probably wouldn't even cut it for a tie log. But this will be ideal for some barn siding and for siding for the kiln. Red oak does okay out in the elements. If you keep it off the ground, you're fine. If it's got an overhang over top of it, even better, like this will have. This doesn't have the tannin in it that white oak has that makes it really rot resistant. White oak can be on the ground and you're fine. Once we finish this one up, we'll grab that black walnut right there and do some 4x6 braces out of it for the timber frame. That's gonna look really neat to have some black walnut for the braces. I'm trying to incorporate a lot of different wood in that timber frame to kind of show off the different stuff that we saw here, with white pine being the dominant species. We'll see how that goes. So that's what's going on today, guys. Knock out this red oak, throw that walnut up here and see how it looks. And then we got one more log between us and the box elder, and that box elder is going to be really nice. I'm really looking forward to that one. Real fast, let me adjust the camera here and kind of address something. I get this question in the comments every day from new and past videos, and I'll try to explain it here. When you engage the throttle on this Yanmar diesel, the engine shifts to engage that clutch, which makes the blade spin. And you can do that with the engine not turned on. Watch this right here. There it goes. There's a little motor that powers that engine up and cants it to the right, and that engages the throttle and the clutch right there, and that's what gets your blade going. It also ups the RPMs on the diesel. Now I have no idea why it's designed like that. The engineers at Wood-Mizer, you know, that's their deal. I'm not an engineer, so I'm not going to try to explain to you guys why it's designed like that, but it works really good. My gas engine had a pull down on it to engage the clutch. That was a lot different. The engine didn't shift. But on this one, that's what's going on. You just engage it, it shifts up, there's a little motor that brings it up, and your blade gets it going and your RPMs go up at the same time. Works really good. You know, like I said before, I have no idea why it's designed like that. So when you ask that question, that's a good question for the engineers at Wood-Mizer. If any of those guys are watching my videos, maybe they can comment below on why they designed it like that. But I got no problem with it. It works great. On the LT35, when I had to engage the clutch, I had to pull that lever down. On this one, it's a push button, so it's really nice. Lower that board return there. Since we're doing 1-bys, I'll be dragging them back to me. I really like that feature also on the mill, this board return. It works out really good when sawing lumber. With slabs, I don't use it because when it brings them back, they fall and crash into the ramp right here. With slabs, they could bust. But with lumber, you're usually in good shape. And on the LT50 and 70s, if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure that's automated. You just flip a switch and that arm comes down. I could be wrong about that. You guys that own 50s and 70s can leave me a comment below and let us know about that and kind of educate us a little bit. But it's not an option on the 40. It probably is an option on the Super 40 though. Not sure about that. And the only big difference between the Super 40 and my 40 is the Super 40 has faster hydraulics.